Hi friends, Rachel here, your diocesan communicator, back with another Becoming update for our diocese. I'm coming to you from the garden here at St. John's Episcopal Church in Midland, where we just wrapped up our first official diocesan council meeting for the Episcopal Diocese of the Great Lakes. Let's get into it for how we're becoming this week at the diocesan, parish, and individual levels. First, the diocesan level. Since the last video, two things have happened that I want to share with you. First, the Executive Council of the Episcopal Church met last weekend. One of the resolutions that they passed was to accept our Constitution and canons as we pass them at our primary convention in October. That means that we are officially in union with the Episcopal Church as the Episcopal Diocese of the Great Lakes. The other thing that has happened since last video is that we've made available a way for you to access our brand assets. So our new seal, word marks, fonts, colors, shield, and I'll put a link for that in the description for this video. Now the parish level. At the parish level, I'm inviting you with the other people in your parish to pay attention to a new way that we're going to share information in the diocese. Every week in my inbox, in phone calls, in conversations with you as I'm traveling across the mitten, you share with me causes that you care about, actions that you want the whole diocese to know about. And that makes me so happy because it shows me how you're living into where God's calling you, where God's pulling your heart. But if I were to take everything I received and just share it without context, it might feel overwhelming. You might begin to feel like, holy moly, I'm one person, I can't do all of this. I can't fix everything. I can't care about everything that's broken around me. And the great news is that we are church. We are a church, and you do not have to care and do 1,000,000% about everything that's broken because we are in this together and God calls us to specific ministries. To help create that invitational posture in acting for social justice and for the healing of the world, the way that we're going to share this information from this point forward is through social media posts that have three components: learn, pray, and act. Learn. We'll share some quick facts about a situation or an injustice or a reality. Pray. We are praying people. Praying shapes our believing. Praying is a way that the Spirit can speak to us and through us about where God is calling us in God's creation. So we'll always connect prayer with what we're learning, and three, how we're acting. I'll always include a quick action that you can take, a bite-sized action to make a difference. And if you feel called to pursue that ministry, I'm confident that those actions will lead to further actions for you. One way you can look for Learn, Pray, Act is coming up later this month with 16 days of activism to end gender-based violence. This is based on a General Convention resolution that highest governing human body in the Episcopal Church passed a resolution saying that we as a church should be acting to end gender-based violence. To that end, Episcopal Relief and Development has developed a toolkit, and we've broken that down into bite-sized pieces that we will share with parishes this coming week. And then during the 16 days of activism, every day we'll have a Learn, Pray, Act post. I ask that you learn. I ask that you pray. And whether you feel called to take the action or not, I ask that you would share it and spread this invitation to be part of God's work in our world in your own network. All right, finally, you as an individual. Here's how I'm inviting you to become this week. This week's collect is the famous collect that I hear people talk about all the time when it comes to scripture, that we would read, learn, mark, inwardly digest. I probably got those in the wrong order. I want you to think about that word, digest. There's a great scene in the show Parks and Rec where the character Andy, who maybe isn't as savvy as other people his age, discovers that the food he eats becomes energy to help him move. He comes into the room and he's like, this is spaghetti, this is nachos. And I am inviting you in a becoming posture to think about that word digest this week. with God's scriptures and other ways that God is speaking to you through creation, through God's people. What does it mean to digest that and turn it into fuel for your prayer and for your actions? Thanks for tuning in to another Becoming video. We'll be back soon so that we can continue to be transparent and inclusive about this becoming process as a diocese. Take care, friends.